Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Halos and Heroes, and today we will be doing Ankor Prisoner, Chapter 2 of the 4-part series that they put out. I did Darkbeat earlier this week, which was a review. I'm doing Prisoner today, which is a review. And then I've done Oblivion and Stereo as blind reactions. Later this week, I will have another blind reaction to Ankor, but it will be from early in their career. So stay tuned for that. But without further delay, let's go ahead and kick off Ankor Prisoner. As I said, this is a review, but it's been a long time since I've seen this. There's like no place to pause in that first 45 seconds, and I probably am going to, I'm going to send it back like 5 seconds. The drums, absolutely amazing. Her vocals, again with the growls, the lows, but there's also vocal layering going on where I think it's the guitar player, if I'm not mistaken, who does vocals as well as like an underlayer to her primary, which is absolutely insane. It sounds so good. But we start out all kind of like moody and tender, not Tinder. Don't come for me, Tinder. But then we dive into we started out heavy, we backed off into this gentle, and then boom, it was just raw, all about it. Absolutely insane song. These 4 chapters right here are like an encapsulation of everything that Ankor has spent the last 10 plus years working toward becoming. I've been a fan for a very long time, at least 8 years. I know that their career goes beyond that even. But I think they're finally starting to get the recognition they deserve. So I'm here for it. Ooh, that was a good place to stop. I like that too. Okay, so feeling like she's a prisoner in her own home, she reaches for the door handle and she can't bring herself to let herself out. Now, psychologically, that's agoraphobia. Not necessarily agoraphobia, but it could be a representation of that. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist. Just things I've seen, things I've heard, and things I've experienced myself. There's a deep-rooted anxiety when it comes to being an introvert and feeling trapped in your environment, where even I've experienced having trouble leaving my bedroom for a month at a time because that's where I felt safest. Again, with the vocals, we went from very, very thick, heavy, deep vocals into this very, very dominant, clean vocal set. Absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, the visuals are stunning throughout. Before we kick back into the chorus, something she said very clearly, can I escape in here? I created, speak for myself, I created a mental prison, and then I kept myself a prisoner in my own mind. I refused outside help. I refused to let people in. I always did things for other people, but it was almost as if I was trying to live vicariously through them. And until this last 5 months, I have spent most of my life struggling to find myself. It's the only reason I am free from the prison in here is because I learned how to break out of it. It is possible. It is a lot of work. It is very difficult. But to be able to live a fulfilled life outside of your mind is so important. We got about a minute left to go, but did you guys all witness that incredible drumming? It's like this is the part of the song where she's really trying to break out of that mental prison. Musically and lyrically and just the emotional feel of it is like she's gotten to this point in her life where she can't stay a prisoner any longer and she's trying to break out. Forgot about that ending. there's the physical interpretation of thoughts becoming feelings, becoming behaviors, and acting on the ideation. There's also the metaphoric part of that, where the ideation is there, but then she's in the shower scrubbing that thought out almost physically. So really quickly, I'm gonna do something that I haven't done much lately. I'm gonna do the lyric breakdown and really dive into this for a minute, because I think this is amazing. Memories dance around me, parts of a story I can't seem to understand. I feel it creeping in, take control of me. I feel its power, it's here to consume me. I never thought I'd be the one who'd need a helping hand. Never thought I'd burn down to ashes until this terrifying darkness took a hold of me, until I couldn't breathe. So right off the bat, she's always been there for other people. She's always been there to help, and when people needed her, she was always the first one to dive into it. But then when she needed help, either she didn't know quite how to ask for it because she'd never had to before, or because she was so independent by that point that asking for help just never even occurred to her. I don't want to be the one to forget. It's my blood that's on my hands. Lock myself inside the mirror again. Now my reflection's breaking in. Will I make it out of here? The way out's in my memories. I don't want to be the one to forget. I'm my own prisoner. So like we talked about before, we get so wrapped up with the shit that's going on in our head that I lost touch with the real world. Trapped in this small cell, no one's ever escaped from this hell. Can't see the time go by, will I survive? What if I break these walls? Can I start again after everything I destroyed? I feel it creeping in, taking control of me. I feel its power, it's here to consume me. So that was a hard part for me personally. I've destroyed a lot. Friendships, relationships. I've hurt a lot of people with my actions in the past. All I can do now is take accountability for those actions, be responsible for them, and let people know that I'm a much better person now, and I've made a lot of progress to developing who I am now. And if they choose to accept me, that's great. But I also have the ability now to understand if people don't accept me. I hear its footsteps, they're right behind me, whispers in my ear. I know this voice, can't drown it, getting closer, louder, my time is running out, pulling me to the ground. I don't want to be the one to forget, it's my blood that's on my hands. Lock myself inside the mirror again. Now my reflection's breaking in, will I make it out of here? The way out's in my memories, I don't want to be the one to forget, I'm my own prisoner. Trapped in this small cell, I'm my own prisoner. Trapped in this small cell, I'm my own prisoner. I'm my own prisoner. I'm my own prisoner. Time is running out now. I'm my own prisoner. There's a deep hole in the ground where my dark thoughts come alive. There's a deep hole in my heart where my nightmares come alive. So I think that the ideation representation at the end of the video was the metaphoric reference that I was speaking of during that. And I think that the counterbalance to that aspect of it was showering and trying to get all of that out of her. So, I mean, it was a great duality there. I really, really enjoyed these last four songs. I hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown. As always, this is Halos and Heroes. I love you, I care, and you're not alone.